So we're at the start of February and the January transfer window is done. What business have we done? Roll the intro. No, I won't stop. Hello and welcome back to the Folkestone Invicta Save. I am Coach Leffer. It's a pleasure to have you with me, and I'm currently on holiday in Bali. But you don't know that because for all you know, well, you know it now, but this is being recorded in Singapore. Yes, right, we were last together for Charlton on the telly. That's it, and we won one on the telly, and we won 1-0. We beat Sheffield, drew Sheffield United 0-0. We then beat Doncaster 4-0 on the New Year's Day, which was very, very nice. Selva got 2, Milner got 1, and Esteban Trotta got 1 as well. We then lost to Brentford in the FA Cup, which was a bit disappointing. We rotated the team quite a lot and ended up losing 3-2. Not too bad after getting a man sent off on the 41st minute, but the board weren't too fast. We then lost to Reading, which was really annoying at the Majesty Stadium. We absolutely battered them, but somehow came away with a 2-0 loss. Drew 0-0 at Millwall, absolutely battered them, just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. As you can see, everyone played really well, except the strikers, which is always a disappointment. Huddersfield, so unlucky to lose 2-1. We went 2-1 down and then absolutely battered them and couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. And then Watford, we got completely outplayed and won 3-2. It was absolutely brilliant. Alessandro Banderia and Carlos Mas. 2 new signings, both on the score sheet against Watford. Looking forward to see what they can do against Middlesbrough. So these are the transfers so far if we go into the history. On the outs then, Jay Stansfield. Oh no, first up, Harry Charsley. He was the first one to go. 150k, he moved to Rotherham. Wasn't anywhere near our first team anymore. A good 5 or 4 years at the club. Did really, really well. And then, yeah, just struggled as soon as we got up to the Championship. Probably wasn't at the right standard. Happy to let him drop back down to League One for 150k. Roman has also gone as well. Didn't want to sign a new contract, so we cashed in on him. He's gone. We bought him for $1 million, so we've made a bit of a loss. It might go up to 800k, but he's doing well back in non-league Argentina, apparently. So, yeah, never really cut it in the Championship. Did all right at League One, but nothing special. So, hopefully found his sort of level there. Tony Weston left to join Boston United for 22k. Again, we weren't giving him a new contract. He wasn't really playing and performing in League One. So dropped down to League 2, where he's also not really playing. Well, he's not performing. He's definitely playing. But, yeah, Tony Weston has gone. Bit sad to see him go, really. But I'm not when we look at the ins in a minute. Jay Stansfield has gone on loan to Wraith Rovers in Scotland. Another one not really getting any game time for us in the Championship. So felt a little bit bad that we didn't get the game time, but the strikers we've got in now are so much better. Mike Alexander Ackelson. So those of you that watched, I think it was the last video, maybe the one before, where I said how I find some youngsters and sometimes take a punt. This is another one that worked out, very similar to Tony Pilicic. Mike Alexander Ackelson played 2 games for us, I think, as a sub. And I started one sub, and did shit, 6.5. However, does have quite a lot of potential that he can use. So Newcastle made a bid. I didn't accept it. It got accepted by the board. 5.75 million up front, potentially rising to 13 million pounds, which is really good. And we've sent Lionel Luznig, the backup centre-back / right wing-back, out on loan to Dundalk. He was playing for us, mainly coming off the bench, and I just thought the chances are we're probably not going to give him too much game time moving forward. So he has gone as well. And then on the ins, so it was 2 strikers out, 2 strikers in. Technically it's not. Technically it's 3 strikers in, but one of them is more utility than anything else. Starting from January then, Carlos Mas joins from Villarreal. Great pace, great stamina, great strength, great agility, great acceleration, good finishing, good composure. Teamwork and work rate and all that stuff is pretty crap. But determination's good. Off the ball's pretty good. He's a complete forward, which fits the formation and the roles that we want in the formation. 4 appearances, 1 goal so far. He is on loan, joining permanently when his contract expires. And I'm quite excited about having him in. I think he's going to be really, really good. Scored quite a lot of goals for Villarreal B. And I'm hoping that he can transform that form. We've sort of been in and out of Villarreal's team and in and out, so played 1 game for them in La Liga but didn't get a ratings game. I was a late sub, but started off at Real Madrid, went to went to Villarreal. Didn't really get a look in, but I've taken a gamble on him, and I think it might pay off. I'm quite excited about him. However, not as excited as much about Alessandro Bandiera. The Bandit is what I'm going to call him. Look at this guy, worth 1.7 million, on loan from Napoli, joining permanently when his deal expires. Basically, he played one game and scored 2 goals, and I was like, yeah, we're just going to sign him permanently when his contract expires. 7.63, 1 assist, 3 goals, 3 in 3 appearances. Really, he looks incredibly good. Again, vision work rate is not the best, but off the ball, finishing, composure, pace, acceleration, everything you need as advanced forward. I think he's going to be very, very good for us, and I'm very excited about getting him in. Started off at Bologna, Napoli bought him for 190k. They're going to lose him on a free transfer, but that season there, on loan at Parma in Serie B, getting a 7.16 is what convinced me to take the punt, and I think it's going to work out really, really well. And the fact that both of them are joining us on permanent deals in the summer means, in theory, I don't need to go and buy any more strikers for next year, because those two will be joining, and we'll still have the other guys that we've got here as well. The likes of who have we got here as strikers? Mackenzie and Milner. That will be our 4 strikers for 2 spots, and that will be absolutely brilliant. The other guy we brought in was Ross Ashford on loan from Newcastle. He's got good stats actually, and he probably will play as a striker. I've mainly brought him in case we ever want to try and exploit some wing space a bit more, because he can play as an inverted winger or a winger on both sides, and he has got good all-round attributes, and I think that's something to keep an eye on. Never really got a chance. Newcastle paid 4.9 million for him, not giving him a chance, and sent him out on loan to us a season later. So we'll have to see how he gets on. Shoots from distance, knocks ball past opponent. He's got the pace he's got the acceleration for that to work. 6'4" as well, so pretty good in the air. Yeah, we'll see how he gets on. The only other thing to report is that we have also confirmed for the summer Matteo Silva, who's actually currently injured for like 3 months with a broken toe. Matteo Silva, there he is also joining us permanently after his loan and contract expires. Very excited by that, because he's been brilliant in 2 seasons. So I'm very excited that we're getting Matteo Silva in. 6'2", really good in the air. It will be a good defender for us for a good few years, I think, which is great. You can see we've got quite a few injuries and suspensions knocking around at the moment. But all in all, we're in 15th. It's good. You know, we're expected to be relegated, so I'm more than happy being up in 15th. We aren't really splashing the cash, per se. We are splashing wages, definitely going all out on wages. But I think it's looking pretty good. 23 million in the bank. It's going, up and down. It was very down, then it went up, and then it went down a little bit, then it went up, and then it's gone up a little bit more. But 6.5 million transfer budget that I haven't spent yet. 208,000 wage budget. Committed spending for next year is 2,202, so I'm hoping they do obviously do that. But current spending is 170 grand, so we're well under our wage budget at the moment, which is good. In terms of development and stuff, all the training facilities have been finished, and then they've restarted new ones. I might have touched on that in the last episode. Data analysis facilities have been upgraded. The stadium's progressing nicely, so it is now being built. They're not looking for the ground. They found the ground. And I've had one really good... Well, I've had a good few suggestions for the name, because we're going to change it. They're calling it the Folkestone Stadium. We're going to manually change it using the script code in the background. And so far, out of all the sessions we've had, Radnor Park Stadium is winning it. Because Radnor Park is a open field in Folkestone where you could probably maybe not build a huge stadium on it. But it is a field, a green, where there is open space. So I think Radnor Park is winning it at the moment. Whether it will be Radnor Park Arena, Radnor Park Stadium, or just Radnor Park, because Radnor Park already sounds like a sort of stadium name, I'm not too sure. But if you've got any other ideas, you've got to let me know in the comments below, because I'm not fully decided on that. But I did say I would have preferred one that went with Folkestone and had relations to Folkestone, and it was someone who lives in Folkestone that suggested that for me. And I grew up playing football on Radnor Park, so I can understand why that's a good suggestion. But yes, anyway, we are hit by injuries and suspensions, but I've got the team ready. this is how we're going to get into it. You can see morale is still doing pretty good, even though we're in 15th. Everyone's happy to be at the club and playing well. I do want to put Ashford on the bench. Now, do I? Mackenzie, Milner, and Bertie are all on the bench. I don't need. I'm going to sacrifice Mackenzie. Baloney, I'm probably just not going to renew his contract and let it expire. He's got good attributes and he has performed pretty well. If he takes a wage cut, if he can take a wage cut, I'll get him away. You're on 4K at the moment, so take a wage cut and you can stay. You're on 7.25K. That's too much. Too much for someone I'm not going to play. I mean, he is good. Could have a problem with injuries. Let's walk away from that at the moment. I am going to just I will offer him out for like 500k. He's worth 425, so we'll see if anyone makes a bid on that. Dejan Rajic no longer has clubs interested in him because he signed a new contract on £1,000 a week. Very excited. He's actually playing a lot for us this season and performing quite well, which is really good. 20 years old. He was keeping Medina out the side, and then Medina picked up an injury in training. But yeah, very excited about this. He did want a minimum fee release clause, so I whacked it in at £20 million. And I'm very happy with that. He goes up to 1,500 after 20 games for the club. He's played 13. That's definitely going to happen this season. But this is how we line up. Cooper in goal, Costanzo, Humphreys, Trotter, Larrea, Rodriguez, Rajic, Harris, Sarake, Mas, and Banderia, the Bandit. And I'm very excited. Kevin Rodriguez is shit, generally. He's not what I wanted. He's not a Garber. But he should be so much better. He should be so much better than what it shows. Yeah, pick up where you left off. We played very, very well against Watford. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. And then calmly, I have faith in the strikers to put the ball in the back of the net. But yeah, Rodriguez has been pretty disappointing, to be honest, at left wing back. And, you know, I'm hoping that he proves me wrong today. Now, they're playing with two up front, which normally means I would put a holding midfielder in front. But I think with the three centre-backs we've got and Harris, and Rajic playing on a defensive setting, we should be all right. Larrea. Can he put a cross in? It hits his man. And we get an early corner 30 seconds into the game, which is good. They're starting cautious. We are at home, so we're on positive. Rajic, ball in. It floats over everyone. Kept in down. Not quite kept in by Trotter. Goes behind. But there are some teams in this division that are playing really disappointingly. Swansea, Watford, Birmingham, Hull, all around us, around mid-table. That is shit. But that's a great ball. Lazaro shoots and Cooper makes save. Cooper, keeping the number one spot. He sort of made it his own. Recently, he has been playing pretty damn well, to be honest. Costanzo over the ball. There's no short options. Goes long over to the Bandit. Bandit shoots. Oh, it's just past the post. Would have opened his account on Livecom. This is his Livecom debut, remember. So we'll be expecting him to impress you watching fans at home on your armchairs. That's a good question for the day. Where do you watch videos? Are you at your desk? And is it while you're playing Football Manager? Is it on the sofa? Is it on a big TV? Do you watch it on your phone? I'm really interested to know. Larrea robs the ball, and he comes forward with it. Looks to put it through to Mas. Mas beats his man, lays it in the Bandit. Oh, Banderea, you're really disappointing with your finishing at the moment, which is annoying because we're on Livecom and you're meant to be scoring these for fun. In it goes. McCormick wins the header and Driver just gets it away, and Larrea's there to go and pick up the loose ball. I had a look at Middlesbrough as well because the thumbnails now are basically the big grounds that we're playing at, and I looked at Middlesbrough Stadium because I couldn't remember their stadium name. I now remember it's the Riverside Stadium, but I looked at it and they're playing at the Juninho Paulista Stadium, so they've obviously had a new stadium built and named it after Juninho, which is epic. But yeah, what can you do? Rajic, ball in, Costanzo over the bar. Oh, and I'm officially a legend at the club in the game, obviously, which is really, really cool. I finally became a legend, getting them into the Sky Bet Championship, and looks like keeping them up. We do have an 18-point gap, if it stays as it is, ahead of Charlton. Oh yeah, let's get revenge. I didn't even know that was an option last time. Lot more to come, lot more to come, lot more to come. Get back out there. No changes at half-time. We are playing reasonably well. One clear-cut, 2 half chances. So no need to change anything. Rodriguez hasn't fucked up too much recently, so he'll stay out there. Harris, Traore doesn't quite rob him. Harris keeps it alive. Mas, great ball through to Larrea, who's into the box. Not really many options in there. Porter intercepts and hoofs it away well. And Trotter brought it down well, but couldn't be doing it. Sarake not playing brilliant. Rodriguez, 6.2, just gone up to a 6.3. Larea on there as well. I think Rodriguez is going to come off, to be honest. It's a dangerous free kick for Middlesbrough. Penalty box is packed, and he went for driver, but we could counter here. Sarake has the ball. He's got 2 men in front of him. Looks for Mas. Mas, he's going to shoot. Surely, he does shoot. It looked like he was fouled, but Carlos Mas gets his 2nd goal of the season, and it's an assist from Sarake, a break from a dangerous free kick for Middlesbrough. They really didn't take advantage of it, and Sarake broke here. Good left-footed outside of the foot ball, Mas. The defender caught him up, and I thought it might have been a foul. It looked like it should have been a foul. Referee played on, and it's 1-0. And Rodriguez is coming off. He's absolutely shocking. And we're going to put... Now, I should put Reddy there, but I'm going to put Mariani out there because he's a wing-back. Naturally, he'll just have to play it on the wrong side of the pitch than what he's used to. But yeah, I could understand... Like, this is how bad Rodriguez has been in the team. Stat 6.3 is generally what he scores. 6.5 I think is the most I can remember him scoring. He's lost his place to as a left wing back to our backup central midfielder in Kokubinski, who is now back up to Harris and Dajic in the middle. But Kokubinski is now our starting left wing back when he's fit, because he does a better job at it than someone whose actual job is to be a left wing back, which is absolutely ridiculous. As Driver wins the header, Cooper with an easy save though. And we can't shout anything yet, but we're playing this out. Costanzo back to Cooper. Just nice little ball here. We'll do lovely. Just there. Okay, back to Costanzo. Back again. I'm worried when this happens because I feel like we're overplaying it. Costanzo, luckily, nothing else happens there. But Middlesbrough look like they may be coming on the attack a little bit. They've made a sub. McCormick on the ball here into Lazaro. There's Driver, shot blocked. Powell picks it up. Potter forced back by Humphreys. Is he fouled? No, he keeps the ball. And let's get a bit creative. Yeah, lacking a few chances being created in this second half. McCormick, I'm just wondering if we drop off. The thing with when other teams go positive, our positive counter-attacking seems to really benefit. As Buchanan goes up against Dajic. It was a good tackle, but Buchanan keeps the ball into Potter. Potter goes out to Traore. Mariani does win the header really well. Powell picks up the loose ball though. Janovac looks well offside. He's put it in. And he is offside. I was going to say he looked really far offside. As Bandolia, I think, gets a shit rating because of those chances he missed. Larea is also playing badly. I'm going to bring on... Now, this is controversial. Ashford's going to go... Now, I said he was versatile. Let's see if he's versatile enough to play left wing back better than Rodriguez. Mas, tackled by Porter. They are starting to come back into the game now, Middlesbrough. It goes back to Buchanan. Buchanan, that's easy for Larea to intercept. Holds on to the ball. Costanzo over the top looking for Bandit. Mas into Sarake. Into Harris. He's got players in front of him. Mas makes the run. Can he cross it for Bandadea? Mas does, but Buchanan hooks it away. And the defender, to be fair, did very well in that position. As McCormick holds the ball. Goes long. Humphreys wins the header. Now, again, Humphreys still sticking around. Still playing really well. Can Bandadea keep that ball in? He can. And he puts a cross in. He was offside. We're just going to drop down to balance for a little bit. We'll update their opposition instructions as well. Humphreys, he's wanted by Rotherham, I think, in the January transfer window. And I was tempted to offer him out, but he's just really good. He just keeps performing really, really well. We're going to do Bandadea for Bertie. We'll give Bertie a run out front in the advanced forward role. And we're going to ask him to do a little bit more as well. And that's all 3 subs. We have dropped down to balance. There's 5 minutes to go, so I'll probably put... Oh, you're fucking joking me. Cugley, the surname of the man that I replaced in the Folkestone Invicta job. They went very attacking. It paid off. We're going to go back to positive. And obviously I'm not going to go and put the time wasting on now. But Harris knocks it back to Humphreys. Humphreys out to Mariani. Mariani comes forward with it. Lays it back to Rajic, back to Mariani. Now, Humphreys isn't always a starter for us either. It's normally Trotter in that position. But Rajic dallies on the ball. Mariana gets past his man. Harris, ball in. Bertie's there. Bertie's fired it in. 5th goal of the season. And Bertie has put us back in... Oh, no, that's the wrong one I wanted to do. It's that one. Has put us back into the lead. Wonderful instant response. Bertie, the sub, makes a big difference. Great ball from Harris in behind. As Rajic here and Mariani, I thought were just, dallying on the ball a little bit. Put it into Harris. He just dinks this ball into the space behind. And Bertie's there, left-footed finish. Substitute pays dividends. I don't want to say I'm a genius, ladies and gentlemen, but, that was a great substitution. 5 minutes of injury time. as we're starting to try and wind the clock down. Mas holds on to the ball. Mariani takes it on. Back to Costanzo. All the way back to Cooper, which is fine. Now, I wouldn't mind a big ball out left. Lots of space out left for Ashford. Trotter, back to Cooper. Cooper, there's the ball out to Ashford. Finds the space really well. What can he do? He is left-footed, so he shouldn't be too alien to play on that sort of wing position. Bertie holds the ball, heads for the corner. Back to Ashford. Can he swing a cross in? Ashford. He lays it back to Harris. Back to Ashford. Back to Harris again. A goal now at Seeley. Oh, it's in off the goalkeeper. Is it going to be credited to Harris? It's not. It's an OG for Harry Lewis in goal for Middlesbrough. But what an effort from Jaden Harris in central midfield. Ashford did well on the left-hand side. Laid it in a nice little 1-2 to move this defender out of the way. And then Harris took a touch. 2 touches. Curled it off the post, off the back of the goalkeeper. And that should wrap up the game nicely. However, no, it hasn't. It's 3-2. It's 3-2 with 3 minutes to go. Powell scores and grabs the ball. His first goal of the season. Traore put it in. Evans, a lovely header back to Powell. And it's a good finish, to be honest, for the defender. Yeah, right back for Middlesbrough, Adam Powell. But time is ticking down. And hopefully if we waste enough of it here, that'll be that. It's all over. We get a really good win against Middlesbrough. We had to work hard for it. 2 goals in the 90-plus minutes. But I am happy with that. A good win. All the wins are good for us this season at the moment. But yeah, that puts us, keeps us in 15th, but touching points of the team above us, which is good. Ipswich have a game in hand but can't catch us. And, Charlton down there on 22. Doncaster really struggling this year on 17 points. But a good win against Middlesbrough. We steal a narrow victory. Well, very even game, judging by the main stats of shots and possession. But, yeah, all round very happy. Next up, Cardiff in 3 days' time. We'll rest the guys so that they can hopefully be fully fit the game. If we can get the same sort of 11 out, that would be very, very useful. But, yeah, we'll be back for the game against Cardiff in 3 days' time. See you then. So we're back for the game against Cardiff. And really annoying bit of news. Playing Rodriguez in that game, where is it? Playing Rodriguez in that game, got him an automatic 1-year extension. For fuck's sake. I just want to get rid of the guy. He's gonna go on the transfer list. So, and he's gonna go on the transfer list for 100 grand. And if someone wants to pay me that, that would be wonderful. Because he's not going to play. I've dropped him from the game today. I've dropped him from the team. Ashford's going to get a start at left wing back. Other than that, Humphreys and Trotter are just going to switch around because I forgot to actually rearrange them into their favoured playing sort of positions. Other than that, the same lineup's going to start. Should I start Bertie after his goal? No, Banda is so much better. Like, generally so much better than him. Medina is back, so he comes onto the bench. He's back from his suspension, so he comes back onto the bench. And, yeah, that's it. That's the only changes, really. Ashford at left wing back. And Medina onto the bench. The funky cold Medina sits on the bench. I'm not sure if I should be confident enough. Cardiff, other than the time we absolutely mauled them in the playoff semi-final, they've been a bit of a bogey team for us, really. So I'm sort of never too confident when we play them. But we are going to start on positive. We're going to start with our sort of home formation because I sort of want to take the game to them and see if we can make something happen. We do tend to struggle a little bit more against teams that have a holding midfielder in there. But hopefully we will be okay. Did I do the opposition instructions? I did do opposition instructions with Ross. Ravolson. That's a great name. He's forced backwards anyway. Maffeo. Because yeah, Cardiff play overlapping fullbacks, and it causes issues for our wing backs because they never know which one to mark. So, and there it's a goal. Archie Brown has scored, which is really annoying, as Cardiff take the lead inside 5 minutes. And well, that's shit. Really, it's really, really shit. They won all the headers, all the second balls, brilliant, absolutely amazing. Well done, guys. Robson over a free kick for Cardiff again. Brown's there, and it's the same guy who's got his 4th goal of the season. And let's go on to cautious. Because you'll see there that I've got 2 formations now set up with wing-backs. Yeah. This is a terrible, terrible start. I told you, Cardiff are a bogey team, and I just don't know what we can do against them. They just seem to outplay us. As I said, other than that semi-final, where we gave them an absolute mauling, they've been the better team. Bandit scored. Good. Decision justified to keep him on the pitch. Rajic, what a delivery that is from the free kick. look at that just took the goalkeeper out of the equation completely. And with our first shot on target, we score. And how fuming do I normally get when that's against me? Ramsey, what a save from Cooper. I mean, he's already conceded 2, but what a save that is. Ashford tries to get it away, but can't. Robson is tackled by Ashford really well. Well played, young Ashford. He's on a 6.6. Still better than Rodriguez. So Sorake 6.6 as well. Ashford's got to get below a 6.3 for it to be worse than Rodriguez. And remember, Ashford isn't a left wing back. Rajic already got 1 assist from a set piece. Can he get another? No, he can't. Although Harris is going to get on this. Mass is there. Oh, so close, just past the post. It's better. It's better. It seems to be a little bit better playing this cautious formation. Lande into Rules. Is that Joe Rules? Is he still there? It might well be Joe Rules. Robson shoots past the post. It is still Joe Rules. He's still there. Wow. And he's still performing quite well, to be honest. I bet he would do a better left wing back job than Rodriguez. But all in all, it's going okay. 10 minutes to half time. We're still in it. We've not had too many chances to speak of. Ashford brings that one down really well. Humphreys, Harris into Rajic. Rajic to Costanzo. We are moving it. We do move the ball pretty well. Mass is beaten in the air and Brown picks up the goal scorer for both of Cardiff goals. Rules under pressure from Rajic. Just keeps it into Shez. And Costanzo picks up that loose header. Over the top, Mass has got the pace. He's in behind. Mass. Oh, that's dreadful. He's got the player trait. Likes to go around goalkeeper, I think. That was absolutely awful. Cooper into Costanzo. Just now, we're starting to really get back into this game. Mass is beaten in the air. Brown picks it up. Into Ravolson. Ravolson into Ramsey. Holden goes looking for Brown. Brown is up against Larea and just keeps the ball, passes it back into Ramsey. Ramsey to Holden, back to Ravolson. Ravolson to Rules. Rules down the line to Brown. Brown is a very key player for them. Back to Rules. I think we're going to mark Brown. Is that? Oh, it's flicked on and Lande misses the header. I think if we go opposition, we are actually going to go into our own player instructions, is what I want. And that will be you. And you are going to edit and you're going to man mark a specific player. And it's going to be Archie Brown. I think I'd prefer that and then them having to play the ball back to Joe Rules rather than giving it to Brown. I think that's what I would prefer to happen tactically. As Ashford's on a 6.3, so he's playing at the same level as Rodriguez at the moment. 2-1 down, not too bad. I'm going to go with the avenge thing again. This time I'm going to go assertively. There's a lot more to come, and I think there is, and I think we've got a chance. I still think, again, it's that whole people that play a holding midfielder. We just can't seem to get around. I think because it completely nullifies Sorake in attacking midfield as Harris has the ball. I was just thinking, have I still got? Have you still got dribble more? No, you haven't. Okay, because sometimes I put dribble more on Kokobinski because he's got dribbling 15 when he plays there. So I don't think I made any changes, did I? Harris into Rajic. We have got space out on this side. Harris into Rajic. Harris again into Rajic. That's the ball out to Larea. A bit of space. Larea, can he pick a ball? Sorake. Larea again. Back to Sorake. We're keeping it and moving it around. Trying to move this Cardiff back line. Rajic. Harris. Rajic. Costanzo. Larea with a load of space on the right side. It goes all the way back to the goalkeeper though. Cooper into Humphreys. Ashford in space out left. Larea in space out right. Larea does get there first. Lays it through. Mass. He's in behind. Mass shoots and there we go. 2-2. Carlos Mass with his 3rd goal of the season. Lovely assist from Larea. We really good patient build-up play from Folkestone there. Really happy with that. I was getting a little bit frustrated with it, but they knew what they were doing. Lovely touch that to get away from the defender. He flicked it through the other side. Mass with a great run. Keeper probably should do better, but I'm delighted. I think the tactical changes were just the man marking, which I'll stick with. As Ashford and Sorake not playing brilliantly. Let's get Ponomarev on for a run in attacking midfield. He doesn't play there too regularly. He's been a bit short of first team match experience this year, but I think he could do alright. Trotter not playing brilliantly in the covering defender role either. Oh yes, we've cancelled the libero now. We're on a centre back on cover, central defender on cover, because it just allows us to be a bit more solid, and we don't. The problem with the libero, I'll get onto that in a minute. Robson, there's a free man in the middle. We force him back into Shez. Robson again. Is he going to try and curl one? Robson does. Cooper makes the save. The problem with the libero is that he's also the man. If they're playing one up front, the libero will automatically man mark that number 9 now. And what happens is that if he pushes up, when in the libero role. That's a really poor header away from Humphreys. Robson, Maffeo beats his man and shoots. Cooper saves it, can't stop it out, can't catch it. Larrea clears it away. Yeah, if he runs out to bring the ball out and to start those attacking moves like up here somewhere, when we then get flipped on a counter, he's out of position, but the other two centre-backs won't mark the striker because they know it's the libero's job. Oh, it's gone in. It's 3-2. Costanzo with a really poor header that time. I don't really want to op it. The positive formation didn't work in the first half. I'm hoping now that... See, they're still playing positive. I'm wondering if we should stay cautious for a little bit longer. Brown. Humphreys picks up the loose ball. Goes long looking for Bandit. Banderia. He's skinned too. Banderia over the bar. 10 minutes to go. Let's take Trotter off. We'll bring on Medina in that role. But we'll move Humphreys into the covering role. Yeah, Ashford hasn't had the best of games. Let's bring Mariane on into theirs. He played their last game and did okay for the little stint he had at left wing back. Murphy back to Stevens for Cardiff. They can afford just to keep the ball for 10 minutes and they will win the game. They are below us. It's strange how things like this have happened. There's a Lareo, really easy interception there. But Soule's robbed Costanzo. And Soule, who's come on as a sub. What's he like? Jamie Soule. He's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good, to be honest. We were looking at buying him at one point, I remember now, from West Brom. But he moved to Cardiff. Come on. Right, very attacking. Let's try and get this goal. So throw into Cardiff though. Soule goes back to Brown into Rules. Revolson into Rules. Now we're meant to be man marking Brown and that's not happening. He's into space. Soule's there and Cooper makes the save. 3-2. We're trying to get on with it very quickly now. We have made all of our subs. We're on very attacking. Cooper to Costanzo. Costanzo goes long. There is 5 minutes of injury time. Let's push Medina in. In fact, let's just push you up there. You drop here. No, you stay there. You go into this role in here. Ponomarev can just go straight onto it. Let's go shadow striker on attack. Harris, Mazzala on attack. Rajic, ball winning midfielder on support. Medina, a central midfielder on attack. We need to get people forward. So Revolson skins his man. For Cardiff, ball out looking for Murphy on the right hand side. He's tackled, but he keeps hold of the ball and Larrea hoofs it behind. It's a corner. That's not what we wanted. Cardiff probably do deserve it, to be honest. We've had 2 clear-cut chances, probably scored them both. 1 clear-cut chance, 2 half chances, they've probably scored, but they have had many more shots and had a bit more possession. Can we nick an equaliser? If we can nick an equaliser, it would be really good. Murphy gets the ball. They're still playing positive, which is weird because they're winning. Banderia picks the loose ball after Harris's tackle. Tries to lay Harris back in. Squares it. It's bouncing around and Shez gets it away. I thought Mass was going to score. 4 minutes to go. Or 2, well, no, yeah, 3 minutes to go. Rajic, corner in, looking for Costanzo. Headed away by Shez. Ponomarev is sort of holding on to the ball. Revolsa puts in a good tackle. And he will look to bring it away. Ponomarev, I thought he was going to nick it back. And he didn't. Rules. Humphreys. Look at how high we're now playing. Getting everyone involved. Mariana, right-footed. Puts a cross in. Sam Johnston claims it that time. We just needed him to miss that one and Mass would have had an open goal. Soule does really well to win that. Murphy looks to go around his man and it's blocked. And it's another corner. They're going to waste some time. I don't think it's going to be the win we want. And it's their back post. Shez hits the post and Larrea puts it behind for another corner. And I think I'd say Cardiff probably deserved. They've actually given away a lot of fouls. We should have gone to get stuck in because we didn't pick up too many yellow cards. It looks like that's what Cardiff have done. They've got really stuck in this. Oh, someone should have given him a shout. Time, bring it down. Revolson, Lusalu. Revolson, we've got, well, it's 10 seconds over. And I think that's going to be the game. And it is full time. A 3-2 loss away at Cardiff City. I do think we can... we can't fault them for effort today. A really good performance. 2 really good performances from us, I would say, in 2 games there. And we are... I think we're safe. I think we're pretty much safe in the table now. I mean, we've got some big games coming up. West Brom, Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday, all towards the top end of the table, and Derby. Leeds and Villa there as a double is going to be massive. 2 huge games. We might come back for that, actually, Leeds and Villa. I think that'd be a good little double header to come back for. But it's going pretty well, so let me know down below where you're watching this video. How do you normally watch the videos that I put out? And yeah, we don't have to scroll at the moment on this page, which is good. We're just in 15th, which is pretty good. And it's going well. I can't argue, can I? It is going very, very well. Steve Milner up there, still with 9 goals. He's probably now going to miss out on a few. He's not going to be as regular in the team, I would suggest, because of the people we've brought in. But he is very, very good. And yeah, Jaden Harris making the step-ups from the divisions when we brought him in back in 2022 in the National League. Look at these performances. It's absolutely ridiculous how well he's been playing. But we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And I'll be back for that huge doubleheader against Leeds and Aston Villa, currently in 2nd and 3rd. That's who we'll be back for. Blackburn Rovers dominating the league, funnily enough. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.